I have a big major complaint, and that is the pose. Like, Guzman could have put in a bit more effort. I personally call this the Verka pose, version Hajime Katoki, Verka. The thing is that the box art of these Verka model kits will just feature the Gundam standing there doing nothing like that. Hi and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this week's Figure News Fix. We will be taking a look at anime scale figure pre-orders between 3rd to 8th of April 2023. Today is a very short episode because this is an abnormally chill week with barely anything on pre-order. I'm counting only 11 scale figures. Yeah, this is like way lesser than even the end of the year, the final week of the year. I have no idea why, whether this is related to the Qingming Festival. The Qingming Festival, to those of you who are unfamiliar with, it was this past week, 3rd to 8th of April, where the Chinese mainly and also Asians, we visit the graveyard to pay our respects to our family members. So I have no idea if Japan also celebrates this, but in China it is a week-long holiday, so that might have something to do with it. Anyways, let's jump into AmiAmi.com and get things over with. On top in the rankings, 2nd and 3rd place, we have something from Code Geass. The one in the 3rd place especially, that is a Megahouse GEM series figure that came out many years ago. I've seen that figure in person and it was a really well made figure. If you missed out on her back then, this is your second chance, go and grab one. In 4th place, we have something from Ghost in the Shell, and that is about it. No more scale figures in the top 10. Alright, so on the 8th of April, no scale figures. Only one on top, that one is an image update. I already covered her last week. Okay, and then we go down to the 7th of April where most of the figures are for the week. The first one over here, this is a freeing B-style 1x4 scale. Code Geass Lelouch of the Rebellion, Villetta New, Barney. Yeah, for almost 40,000 yen. To be honest, I was a big fan of Code Geass back then when I watched it, like over 10 years ago. I was a big fan of the anime, but I have forgotten about this character. Yeah, I only remember Karen. Was it Karen, that red hair, short hair girl? And Cece, I've forgotten this girl. Okay, anyways, 40,000 yen is, well, normal price for 1x4 nowadays. Is this a good purchase? Really depends on whether you like Code Geass in general, and even in Code Geass, I don't recall any scale figures of this character at 1x7 or 1x8. I might be wrong though, but there are not many figures of this character. So if you like her, maybe pick this one up. For me, this is a skip. The next one here, Gale's series Ghost in the Shell Motoko Kusanagi version SAC. Complete figure by Megahouse, non-scale as well. Almost 23,000 yen. Well, if you want the absolute best Ghost in the Shell figure, we know Guzman made one for almost 900 or 1,000 US dollars. The one that is naked. Yeah, that is the best one out there. Among licensed figures, of course. This one, yeah. To me, I'm not that big of a fan of the art style of this figure over here. Yeah, I know that they are following the old school art style from 1980s or 1990s, but I'm not that big of a fan of it. So naturally, this figure is a skip to me. I remember just a couple of weeks ago, I think Full Wheel also had a Ghost in the Shell figure in pre-order. Yeah. So for some reason, recently we are seeing some activity from this franchise. I'm not sure why. It's an anniversary coming. Maybe. Let's have a look at the dimensions of this figure. 21 centimeters. Yeah, that is 1x8 scale. So is 23k acceptable? Well, it is not cheap, but not overly expensive, so really up to you. To me, it still feels expensive given that this is a rather simple figure. There are nothing much going on, you know, and most likely we're going to get a round plastic disc base, so 23k feels expensive to me, but unfortunately that is normal price for most scale figures nowadays. Up next, Megahouse GEM series, CC from Code Geass. This one is almost 22,000 yen. I would say this is a better buy than that Ghost in the Shell figure, because we're getting a nice pillar over there where she is leaning against. Yeah, this is an okay price for this one over here. The height of this figure is 20 centimeters with that no slouching position. So this is closer to 1x7 even. Somewhere between 1x8 to 1x7, doesn't matter. 22k is an okay price for this figure, and as I mentioned earlier, I've seen this figure before. It is a very well made figure. not the absolute best as in anime figures. Yeah, you know, I mean, to compare it to Mona from Genshin Impact, for example, this is nowhere close, but hey, this is still a great pose, and to me, it is very photogenic. So pick this one up if you like her. Up next, from the Idolmaster Shiny Colors, we have Asahi Serizawa Housekeeping version at 1/7 scale, only 15,670 yen by Reverse Studio. I can't remember if this is a Chinese brand, but every time I see the word studio there, most likely it's a Chinese brand except for Prime 1 Studio, of course. This is a great price for 1/7 scale, which made me suspect this is a Chinese brand because the Japanese brands would price this at 20k at least, right? Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong if you know something more about this studio or this company over here. You know, with this figure, initially, when I first saw her on Facebook, do you know what I think? I thought this was Lily from Spy Classroom. Yeah, an ongoing anime, Spy Classroom is a great show. Go and watch it if you haven't. 24 episodes, I think, still ongoing. So I really thought that this was Spy Classroom, especially where Lily actually played the role where she is doing housekeeping work in a mansion. Yeah, but no, this is Idolmaster, but Idolmaster, I'm not very familiar with Shiny Colors. Is it just a game or there's an anime adaptation? Yeah, this is a skip for me. I don't know much about her, but 16k is a great price if you like this character. Go for it. Up next, from Kime Yaiba pop-up parade, we have Muichiro Tokito for pre-order, 4,080 yen pre-order price. As usual, I will always say the same thing, wait for after release before picking one up because you don't know how the quality will turn out. And then, mainly for this figure right here, I have a big major complaint, and that is the pose. Like, Guzman could have put in a bit more effort other than just making him stand there and do nothing, you know. I personally call this the Verka pose, in reference to Gunpla, Gundam Model Kits version Hajime Katoki, Verka. The thing is that the box art of these Verka model kits will just feature the Gundam standing there doing nothing like that. Like no action pose, no, it just stands there like that. So every time I see a figure that stands there and do nothing, very bland pose, I call it a Verka pose, yeah. So yeah, don't pre-order this one, wait for after release. This next figure over here, it is an exception. I don't cover action figures or articulated stuff. It is not my area of expertise and I don't collect them, but we are talking about Revoltech Woody. That's legendary Woody. So even if you don't collect action figures, this might be worth picking up for all the memes, all the jokes that you have seen on the internet. He is getting a re-release. This is the version 1.5 for 6,600 yen. Whether that is expensive for an action figure, that is up to you to decide. But really, the reason why we should get this figure is obviously that faceplate over there. We have seen so many memes about it, and until today, people are still having fun with this figure. So if you want to terrorize your scale figures, yeah, pick up this one while you have the chance. That is all for the 8th of April. 7th of April, no scale figures at all. 6th of April, there are only 2 figures over here. The first one here, Kuroko Shirai from the Railgun series, 38,500 yen at 1/4 scale by freeing. This is version 2nd. There was a different one that came out so many years ago. This one comes with a different pose, a newer version, and really I like that face expression a lot. I love this anime, and Kuroko Shirai isn't the kind of character where you can call it her hot, but then I like this body a lot. Like, that back over there, the curves around her back, that is very attractive to me. Yeah, that one right there. I don't normally collect 1/4 scales, but besides her back, her face expression over here, I like it a lot as well. Yeah, so if you missed out the previous version, this is a good one to pick up. 38,500 yen, not too bad really. The second one here, we have a 1/8 scale of Lunamaria Hawk from Gundam Seed Destiny for 20,570 yen. For the standards of a scale figure, this one looks rather lacking in details. Not that you can expect much details from a scale figure wearing bikini, but even by bikini figure standards, this one looks a bit lacking to me. The sculpt doesn't look very refined in some way, and that jacket and the shorts where she is removing over there, yeah. Some anime physics going on over here, they don't look very natural, especially the shorts she is removing. I'm not sure how to describe it. As for Lunamaria Hawk, I have a prize figure of her from more than 10 years ago, a very old figure. I don't remember any skills of her coming out. This might be one of the first. I might be wrong, but yeah, I don't remember any skills of her. 20k feels rather expensive to me. One more thing I would like to point out about Megahouse is their product line. They are all over the place. Some have skills like this one here, some don't have skills. And which one is under what category, what classification, and what is the tier? Like, is this lower tier, higher tier skill figure? No, they don't have a proper classification. Everything is all over the place, so it is a bit confusing. As a fan of Gundam Seed Destiny, yeah, I'm a fan. Well, I'm still not going to pick up this figure, right? I'm done with Gundams. I used to build their model kits, but I'm done. Alright, that is all for April 6. We go down to April 5, where there are no scale figures at all. And the last figure on the day for 4th of April. Yeah, 4th of April. Here we have one scale figure, say illustration by Kaba. Is that pronounced as Kaba? 1/6 scale by Shomon, 21,500 yen. So that is a very low price for a 1/6 scale. And this is perhaps the bunny figure of the week. Yeah, I said that there are one bunny figure minimum every week. This week, despite having only 10 skilled figures on pre-order, 3 of them are bunny girls. Yeah. So with this one over here, no, this isn't my thing really. Yeah, original character. I would love to have the beer bottles, but once again, this is just another ordinary bunny suit figure to me. There are way too many of them, and this one does not really stand out. Monotonous colors as well, so not very attractive to me. The only thing going for this figure is, yeah, the reasonable price. Very reasonable for 1/6 scale. So if you are the kind who is aiming to build a huge collection of bunny girls, as many as possible, then you might want to pick this one up. But otherwise, I don't see a reason to pick her up other than you liking the character design. Yeah. There is a more expensive version over here for 24,200 yen. So the deluxe version comes with what they call it a shikishi and a changing card. Some merchandise, I think. I'm not sure what is a shikishi. Yeah, these things over here. So should you pay up for these bonuses? Really up to you once again. 1/6, 24k or 21k. Yeah. And that concludes this week's Figure News Fix. I would say that the highlight of this week is actually Woody. Ironically, not the skill figure, not any of the skill figures. So will you pick up that Revoltech Woody? If you missed out the previous releases, let me know down in the comments below. And thank you very much for watching. See you guys again very soon. Goodbye.